So what about school? What do you remember of your school days?
There were two teachers, just two teachers, like there are only two classrooms now. And Blanche Ayre was a very strict teacher. She wasn't trained. And so Blanche Ayre spent the whole of her life on 2/3 pay, literally, because she wasn't properly trained, but she was a blooming good teacher.
Friday afternoon, 2:30 or whatever it was story time. And so we had to sit on the floor facing Blanche, who sat on a chair, and she read the story. Now, she didn't sit very elegantly. So for some time, as I progressed in age, I thought that ladies' underwear consist of very long pink bloomers with elastic just above the knee. Yes, that was Blanche.
And I remember her saying to me once, told me to hold my tongue. No, I was actually a very good kid. I can't remember, I didn't do things wrong, but I think that I'm just slightly autistic. And she told me to hold my tongue. So what did Bryant do? I wasn't being nasty, and I held my tongue, and of course then I got into more trouble.
And there is a story I shouldn't really tell, but I will do. You can always cut this. About Blanche Ayre, she taught the infants. And one of the boys, well, he passed wind. And Blanche Ayre, she lined them all up. And she went along and she sniffed the behind of everyone. And when she got to Terry Moore, who'd done it, he let fly again. And I can still see her hitting the back of his legs with a ruler, my legs. But as I say, you probably can't let that one go, but it was very funny.
I can't remember much about the curriculum. I remember we were taught to read and write very well. We also had a large dose of religion. We had to learn the catechism.
We had prayers, and then, always prayers like before dinner. We all had to stand with our hands together.
And although I stand corrected on this, I have a very vague memory of saying a prayer of Lord bless the squire and his relations and keep us in our proper stations. I've never forgotten that.